Why the fuck did you get drafted to Raw?
And that's an excellent question that no one's given me an answer to. And I've asked it, but no one's given me an answer to it. My brain, again, this is the whole thing that I was just alluding to. Why is this happening? And you can roll it X 10, 12, 14 reasons. I've been in WWE long enough where I know generally how things operate and how things take place. My gut feeling is they knew, they had a general idea of when my contract was. I mean, they made the contract. So somebody in some capacity knows when my contract is up. I don't know whether the decision makers have that date in front of them or whatever. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I think they were generally aware of when my time was coming up. My guess would be that these decisions were likely made in some capacity before I even went to NXT. Mm-hmm. I think somebody likely looked, maybe not somebody, but I think a group of individuals likely looked at me as a whole and said, okay, here's T-Bar. He's up in June of 2024. Do we release him now? Or do we try to get as much out of this contract as we possibly can? And I think the conclusion, thankfully, on my part, the conclusion was, let's put him in NXT and see what he can do there.
Of course, you had some of the greatest matches of your career there, and now anybody that might have that doubt, did Retribution ruin this guy permanently, can now look and say, no, exactly. It didn't.
Nobody's more thankful for that than me. I've been super public. I've thanked Hunter. I've thanked Sean publicly and privately, both of them, number of times. Thank you so much. This saved my career, because it did. And I'm still thankful for that. That being said, it's disheartening to, and I don't know this to be fact, but my gut tells me that no matter what I did, the decision had already been made. Okay. And that's because I didn't feel that way when I was in NXT. In NXT, I was like, fuck yes, this is my chance. I'm going to fucking out-wrestle everybody. I'm the best wrestler in the world. I know I'm losing. I don't care. I'll lose every fucking match. It doesn't matter. They did me a huge favor. I'm going to put these guys over huge. I'm going to have their best matches. I'm going to have everybody's best match. Every premium live event, every paper, every match I don't care if it's 2 minutes on TV. Luca Crucifino, Trey Bearhill. I'll give all these guys I'm going to do everything in my fucking power to have the best matches possible, to show them, I'm going to prove to them that I'm the fucking best and that I deserve this opportunity. And in my head, I was like, every time I went out there, I was like, yes, you fucking nailed it. You fucking nailed it. Every time. As recently as 2 months ago at Stand Deliver. Yes. Biggest show of my life. I fucking nailed it. I got a fucking great triple threats are fucking hard as hell. And Obafemi is like 3 matches under his belt.
Unbelievable match.
And I'm like, yes, I fucking nailed it. Everybody was watching. Everybody saw that. Everyone was watching. It's WrestleMania weekend. Everybody saw this. Boom, the draft is coming up. Everything's fucking working out. Yes. And then I'm sitting there during the draft. And the draft is a shoot, right? Nobody knows what's happening. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there during the draft and I'm watching like the names and stuff. And there's like the angel and demon on my shoulder, right? Because part of me is sitting there all grumpy because like I thought it would be funny and I'm like in character. And it's like, why would I stand and applaud for, why would Dijak, the assassin, stand it up? So that part of it was funny, but like also internally in like a shoot, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, you've been told that there are plans for you to be in the main event picture with Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. Also, your contract is up in a month or so, give or take. So there's this argument going on in my head. I'm like, do you want to stay in NXT with Trick and have this cool feud? And will they renew you if you're in NXT? That'll be weird. That'll be an awkward conversation because you're on a main roster contract still. So it's this weird middle ground. And then I'm watching the names get listed off. And it's like, as they keep going, I'm like, because in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, the further this goes, the more likely I am to be supplemental draft. And if I'm supplemental draft, I'm fucked. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who has my back. I don't care who does what. If I'm supplemental draft, that means they've made up their mind and I'm fucked. So,
as there is a track record on people in the supplemental draft being fucked.
It just means they don't care. We don't care. You're on. We don't care. That's what it means.
Odyssey Jones still can't get on TV. And he's been drafted twice.
Exactly. Von Wagner drafted and then back on it. It means
Zion as well. Yeah.
It means they don't care. That's what it is. So I'm watching this and I'm watching the names, name. Finally, I think they get to the last name and I'm like, okay, maybe if it's just on TV, it's salvaged. And they're like, the last name from NXT, I think the last one was Blair Davenport, maybe. And so her name comes up. Everyone's clapping and applauding. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, please just be still on NXT. Please be still on NXT. Please be still on NXT. And then whatever it was, Raw or SmackDown, goes off the air. And I don't remember who it was. Maybe who was there? I don't remember, but they had someone, it was Jackie Redmond that night or so. I don't remember who was doing the announcing or interviewing or whatever, but they announced to the live crowd and to us, they're like, we have one more, and I know that it's off the air, and they're like, we have one more announcement. And the second I heard those words, everything clicked together for me. And
oh my God,
my brain just connected all the dots, and I go, I am so screwed right now. So fucking screwed. I even texted my wife. I might have texted my wife or maybe my friends or maybe all of them and said something to the effect of, because it was funny, I was texting the whole night. I was like, I had Taco Bell. I have to go to bed. I'm live tweeting everyone. And I'm texting everyone and I'm saying, I think I'm completely screwed right now because I'm connecting all these dots. I'm going, my contract is 1 month. They're going to call me up in the supplemental draft. That means they don't have anything for me. That means I'm going to come down to the wire. That means they're going to either try to bend me over the barrel or just fire me altogether. And I'm just connecting all these dots. Meanwhile, there's cameras on me and I have to play pretend like I'm all fucking happy and stuff, which in a sense I am, because it's cool that you're all cheering for me and all my friends are supporting me and Sean's there. And I'm like, none of these people know what I know. And maybe they did. I don't know. But certainly not the talent. The talent are just happy. They're like, yeah, because we're all friends, right? And these people respect me and I've been around them and I've been.
Yeah.
I didn't just go to NXT, right? I went back to the Performance Center. I said, I'm going to go all in. And I don't live in Florida. I live in New Hampshire. So I'm flying down to the PC for like weeks at a time, like leaving my family.
Yeah.
Just so I can train with these people. So I can do class with Fit Finley. So I can do class with the younger kids and give back to them and teach them training and stuff like that. So I'm all in on this Performance Center lifestyle and NXT and we're all friends and we're all comrades and stuff. So they're all shoot happy for me, but in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm fucked. And then I'm like, okay, try to stay positive. You're on Raw. Try to maybe there's a plan. Maybe there's something. So I'm going to Raw and I go to.
I was going to ask about that.
I go to the first Raw. There's nothing on the sheet, and I'm like, oh God, I'm fucked. And you start playing the game again, the WWE game, where it's like, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, maybe they're waiting for this, they're waiting for the next pay-per-view to end. And the more you try to justify, the more it goes deeper into your brain. You go, yep, you're fucked.